Hi there, we're Men Behaving Manly. I'm Dave.
I'm Rich.
I'm Dan.
And we, as I say, are Men Behaving Manly. We're behaving manly tonight by drinking Maker's Mark whiskey. But we're also talking about our favourite things. Now we're going to take a look at our favourite soccer players. And Dan's going to pull me up because I called it soccer again and not football. We're going to talk about our favourite football players. But I'm going to do this slightly differently just to catch these guys off guard. Let's do our favourite football player ever. And then let's do our favourite football player that we've actually seen play in the flesh.
Ooh.
Right.
All right. Who wants to go first? No one wants to go first.
I'll go first. I don't know. Well, my favourite player ever is the king himself.
Glenn Hoddle.
Mr. King Cantona.
Oh,
Best player ever. I'd say he was one of just came to the Premier League and was just phenomenal in his arrogance, his ability. I just thought he was amazing. And I remember having a picture on the wall of him that I used to bow to every night when I was a child.
we should say these guys are Man United fans or Manchester United. Don't take that personally against them. Do not slam our comment section, please. Do not unsubscribe just because they're Man United fans. There are a lot of them around.
Yeah.
And I'd say my best I've ever seen live was Ronaldinho at Barcelona. Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Phenomenal. He came out to practice before the game, just had a pair of socks on. And his training
Just
kit.
a pair of socks on.
Just a pair of socks.
Wow.
Nothing else.
Right.
Just a pair of socks. Just
Wow.
one sock.
That's confidence for
One
us.
sock. Yeah. Very big sock. And no, he just had a pair of socks and his training kit on, and he was hitting balls up in the air. Someone was, and he was touching on his toe. Like, it was just, it was amazing. Best player I've seen.
All right. That's a high bar to set. Rich.
Well, I have to say it's Ryan Giggs.
Best ever.
Eh?
Best ever player or best you've seen live?
Best player ever.
Controversial. Let us know in the comments if you think Ryan Giggs is the best player ever. I'm not sure we're going to get too much feedback on that. But
Well,
dive in. Sorry, Rich.
no.
Keep going. Keep going. Ryan Giggs. All right. Why?
right, he just come from up down here right to the top. I know he didn't win anything major for his national team, but as a player,
Who did he play for as a national team?
Wales.
Okay.
But as a club,
There's not many Welsh players that have won much at a national level.
club,
He played for England, didn't he, until he was
Yeah,
16?
yeah.
Did he really?
I think so, yeah.
Didn't know that.
Changed his nationality, didn't he? Because of his step down, I think, or something.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But I see him a few times as well. And yeah, he's just phenomenal
So
player.
is he both? Is he both the best you've seen live and the best ever?
I think Ronaldo.
Oh, right.
Yeah. As in the Portuguese Ronaldo. I just think he came from Portugal into the Premier League, took a bit of a hammering at the start, but then he's just grown from like Man U, Real Madrid.
Yeah.
He has a Messi Ronaldo debate. I can't differentiate. You know, it's not fair to. I'm
not fair, but we're doing it.
Yeah, it's not fair to say it's when I'm a Ronaldo fan. I hate Messi. You can't. I don't think you can. In my opinion, you can't You cannot say that. You can't.
What I was saying with Ronaldo and Messi, with Ronaldo, you're up on your seat watching him. With Messi, you sat back and you go, "Oh, that was class." That's the difference. That's what I always find. Yeah.
I sort of hear what you're saying there because as a Spurs fan, we've had some fantastic players across the years. We've had people like Paul Gascoigne. We've had Glenn Hoddle. Best player, I think, was David Ginola.
I knew you were going to say that.
You knew I was going to go there from a class
Yeah.
and just from the way that he just lifted everybody around him. I just think he was just something very, very different.
Yeah.
In terms of who I've seen live, do you know what? I went down with my younger brother when I was probably only about 20 to Selhurst Park of all places, and watched Crystal Palace play Newcastle. Sorry, no, they didn't. They played Blackburn, and I watched Alan Shearer in his prime. And if I remember rightly, I think he scored a brace that day. But he was just class. You know, I was lucky enough to see Mark Hughes play up close when Hereford United, as they were then, played Manchester United in the FA Cup. And I remember just being amazed by the size of Mark Hughes' thighs.
Oh, yeah.
Alan Shearer was a different beast. Alan Shearer was just so smooth, so dynamite in front of goal. So, you know, Alan Shearer from the perspective of the player that I saw live, but David Ginola,
should have signed for Man U.
The best ever.
Should have both really. Yeah. It's a bit weird. We've chosen sort of United.
And, chose his local team, didn't he, over Man U?
We've chosen United players and Spurs. Players.
Yeah, I did go for Blackburn and Newcastle.
You did go for Blackburn now.
I did, so.
Yeah. And Ronaldinho didn't play for you.
Ronaldinho didn't play for Spurs, did he? No, which is a shame. Let us know in the comments below whether you agree with our choices. I am pretty sure that you won't.
Yeah, there's odds on.
Odds on that you won't, but hey, that's what Sporting Opinion is about. And don't forget to please subscribe, please click on the notification bell. If you like what we're talking about, if you want to hear more of our gibberish, let us know. We're enjoying Maker's Mark tonight. We're not sponsored by Maker's Mark, but hey, Maker's Mark, if you'd like to come sponsor us, we would be more than happy. We're Men Behaving Manly. My name's Dave.
I'm Rich.
I'm Dan.
We'll see you next time.